Hello everyone and good evening. Welcome back to the garden. If you are in the United States right now, you are either one, in a heat wave, or two, dealing with a hurricane. So it's just after 7:30 and it's about 96, 97 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat index is currently 102. So the temperature with the humidity makes it feel like it's 102 degrees out here. So lucky us. So I did want to go ahead and pull out these onions right over here. I talked in a video a couple weeks ago about how my onions got messed up. They got too much shade from all these sunflowers that I had planted. So they didn't quite get to the size they needed in the time that they needed to. So let's go ahead and go pull those. I'm gonna figure out the best place to do this. This trellis that I put up was not here when I planted my onions. So now it feels like it's in an awkward spot. So these onions were a mix that I got from Renee's garden. I believe it has a mix of white, yellow, and red onions. And they were really great. Like, I would really love to grow them again, but I need to do a better job of giving them the sunlight that they need. Like, they're not bad. Like, they're still edible. I think this one's my biggest one. Yeah. Look at that. That's not bad at all. I mean, even that one's not bad. The white ones did a lot better than some of the others. So you can tell that one there was a red onion. That one was also a red onion. I think this one's a yellow onion. Yeah, I mean, I'll still dry those. They'll cure. They'll be fine. And that, my friends, is my onion harvest. They actually turned out way better than I thought they would, especially when you consider the onions that I grew last year. This is a pretty good harvest. I'm really excited. Set these right here until we're done for tonight. Luchi found a bug. He's so cute when he finds bugs. That tail is always wagging. Okay, it's getting pretty hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair up. I'm surprised I lasted that long, actually. While I've got you down here, I want to show you how my cantaloupe plant is doing. So this whole thing is my cantaloupe plant. I actually have two planted. I don't know if you can see, but I planted two next to each other because I wasn't sure if they were going to do good or not. And I think I saw a little baby earlier. There's one right there. Oh, and a little spider. I don't mean to bother you, sir. I also wanted to show you how big this watermelon is getting. If you watched my last video, it was little. So this is a moon and stars variety, and you can tell because of the little spots on the leaves. The actual watermelon itself will have a whole bunch of little spots and then one big spot. So that's why it's called moon and stars. There are some little babies starting to show up, so hopefully it has enough time to get itself a little watermelon before our first frost. So I did decide to go ahead and finish filling these beds, and they are somewhat planted. These 4 squares have lima beans, and this square and this square has a zucchini. Well, zucchinis planted in each. I think they said 55 days to harvest, and we're somewhere around 70. So with the angle of the sun, that should be plenty of time for those to grow. I also read that lima beans like heat, and since we've been in the hundreds for the past couple weeks, hopefully they like that. We are also finally starting to get into high pepper production here on the shishito plant. So I'm very, very excited about that. This should be our biggest harvest yet. I also wanted to show you over here, this candy cane plant. Look, I don't know if these will grow, but look at these peppers. They're white. from the variegated foliage. Really interested to see if those grow, and if they do, I'm 100% saving the seeds. My zinnias over here are also starting to bloom. This is the Envy kind, I believe. So they look a little yellow than I would think, but they're supposed to be green. And I have a plant here, and a plant there, and they're doing really good. One more stop on the pepper tour. I have these chocolate bell peppers that are starting to grow like crazy. Got a couple more flowers up there, and it looks like some over there too. This time of year is definitely when our peppers thrive. This little spot down here are all the container plants that I have, except that mint over there, but we don't talk about the mint. So I have 2 Sugar Rush peach peppers here, this tricolor sage. This one is a New Mex lemon spice jalapeno, so it's a yellow jalapeno. And then our little curry plant over here. You can see over here, I've also gone ahead and filled this portion of the bed. And I only have one of 2 sunflowers left. This is one plant, and it was a volunteer from last year. The seeds I planted last year though were red, and I think they were heirloom, but they may not have been. So if they weren't, then it seems like they've reverted back to their yellow color there. I also wanted to show these little snack seed sunflowers that I've planted. They're getting pretty diseased already for being real little. So I'm not sure about that, but they are starting to form their little head there. And also on that one, that's not even knee high. They're pretty little, so be interesting to see how tall they get. Okay, I am back out here. I had to go get a drink. It was getting super hot, so went inside, took a couple minutes break, grabbed some seeds, and now I'm back out here. So let's get a drink and we shall continue on. So these are the 3 seeds I'm gonna go ahead and plant while I'm out here. These dragon tongue beans, we planted these last year. Pretty sure I planted these after our last frost like I'm supposed to, but we had such a hot summer, like summer of 100 degrees every single day. These didn't start picking up until August. I think August was when I got my first bean. I'm planting them later this year to see if that sort of helps that. They have, doesn't say how many days on here, but they're beans, so you can just pick them whenever they're a bush bean. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant a couple squares of that. I'm also gonna go ahead and plant this red Malabar spinach. This is a heat-loving spinach, so it should absolutely thrive. Though it is frost sensitive, so we're gonna have to harvest it before the first frost comes. But it says it matures in 45 to 70 days, which is absolutely plenty of time for us. It should be plenty of time for us. So I'm gonna put some of those on this trellis over here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some of these cucumbers. We did not have a good cucumber year this year, and I don't know why. So we're gonna try and fall plant some of these, and hopefully we have better luck this time around. I think I said earlier that I'm gonna plant peas here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant my cucumbers since this trellis is free and ready. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Bless you. This is where we pulled the onions. So I'm just gonna kind of rake through, break up the soil a little bit because it is a little dry because I've been trying not to water the onions before I pull them. So let's go ahead and do that. Thought I missed one. That basil smells so good. I have also ran out of straw. So I'm just gonna try and pull some from a nearby area here. So it could take a couple days to germinate, 7 to 14 days. The germination temperature is 50 to 60 degrees. That will be interesting. They do look sort of like a pelleted seed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a couple of these in here. I don't know how well they'll do. It says they thrive in heat, but have a very low germination temperature. So now I'm curious. It is very hot out here. I will be so glad when we're done. Oh, look at this big old bull jumping spider. Our soil is so dry. So dry. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a spray down while I'm out here just to keep it going. You can tell where my strawberries don't have irrigation have not done so well. The sunflower, however, is living its best life. Although these garbanzo beans are not. I'm just gonna spray them from here because I'm hot and I'm tired. Those should be able to get watered on the irrigation every morning, so I'm not too worried about those. Might as well grab my mint real quick while I'm out here. I guess we'll try and keep it alive. I actually killed this mint and it came back this year. Is that not fascinating? Mint is wild, y'all. Water my zucchini that I planted the other night. In that square. And this square. And then the beans, the lima beans, are in that square here. We might get some rain on the forecast, or maybe a cold front next week. Fingers crossed, because we need one really bad. We have not had good rain since the beginning of July. Like, I'm talking inches rain. Barely any rain in July. Barely any in August, so hopefully with fall coming, this summer will end on a good note. Okay, all the babies are watered. The garden is happy for now. So let's call it a night. See you guys next time. See you later. Mochi, come. You want some kibbles?